Parenthood remains a vicious and an unsettling phenomenon. It is clear that the young of this country are not waiting, and the riot of months has now forced them to learn the lessons of life the hard way. My name is Gloria Milemu, and in this episode of Health Digest, we tell you how Kilifi County and the neighboring Mombasa are using age-appropriate comprehensive sexuality education to fight the vice. It is yet another time when these students from Swafa Secondary School in Mombasa County convert for a one-of-its-kind lessons, one that entails equipping them with knowledge and necessary skills to see them through the crucial adolescent stage and the life that lies ahead. Wilfred Gambo on this particular day is spearheading the candid discussion among this age group. He is among the over 1,000 trained facilitators across the larger coastal region who through such sessions address current and emerging issues that affect adolescents. The sessions are often interactive, and topics may range from teenage pregnancies to drug and substance abuse and how the young ones can escape these vices.
What tunafanya session tunaangalia in terms of behavior change, ambapo tunajaribu ku capacity build ya self-esteem ya kwamba pia waweze kukama ku informed decision ama informed choices, kwa sababu vijana wengi tumekuja tukagundua kwa hawana uwezo wa kuweza kufanya maamuzi ambapo pengine atakuwa na manufaa katika maisha yao. Na vijana wengi wametegemea wale marafiki ambao wako nao, lakini ukweli ni kwa wale marafiki ambao wanaoshauri na kwa ushauri ambao pia baadaye wanafika katika hali hatanisha ama hali ambazo hawakuwa wakitarajia kama watafikia pale kama pale. Na pia ukiangalia baadhi ya wale watoto ama wanafunzi wametoka katika mazingira ambayo hayako conducive katika pengine kuhakikisha kuwa anakuwa na maisha mazuri pengine baadaye, kwa sababu wazazi wao pengine wengi wao wanakuwa wanatelekeza majukumu yao, na pia baadhi ya wale wazazi pia huwa hawana muda mwafaka wa kuweza kukaa ama kuweza kuongeleshana tu wanondoa na watoto wao. So watu tunatumia hiyo nafasi kuweza kuona wale watoto, yani ni kama pia tunakuwa tuseme kama wazazi kwamba tunakuwa kama walimu kwao, na pia kwa kuwa muda mwingi wa shuleni ndio watu tunajaribu ku-improvise ama ku-integrate program yetu na shule, kwa sababu most of the time watu wako shuleni, na watu tunasema pia mwalimu ni mzazi wa kwanza wa mwanafunzi sana kwa shuleni. So pia tunajaribu ku create time ama kuangalia pale schedule ya shule, at least kama tunaweza ku create at least 30 ama tuseme 1 hour minutes tukiweza kupeana watoto watu na imani kwa tunaweza at least kwa package ile information ambayo tunaweza tukaongea nao na tuelimishane.
Although it is known as life skills education in such schools, Gambo says this is what is often referred to as age-appropriate comprehensive sexuality education, whose content has been tailored to suit the needs of these adolescents. For students like this lady whom we shall call Donna, the knowledge she acquires from the facilitators continue to bridge the gap of lack of information on sexual and reproductive health that more often than not leaves thousands of girls her age disadvantaged and exposed to teen pregnancies.
It's helpful because many people get to gain knowledge through such sessions, but also I can say italingana na akili ya ule mtu anayeongeleshwa, because a person maybe akona tabia zake after that session atamua a change, but some people you can't just change them naturally, so it takes time. So by a session like this you get to gain knowledge, another session the same, so the person can change gradually.
Bila kuwepo kwa masomo kama haya, wasichana wengi watajipata kwenye hili janga la mimba za mapema, wanapata mimba wakiwa wadogo, na pia tunaona pia kulingana na study zile mimba za mapema pia zinaongezeka kila kuchao. Kwa hivyo hii LB huwa inasaidia sana kupunguza.
Ordinarily, every young person like these students at one point in their life is expected to make decisions about their sexual and reproductive health. But without proper knowledge to help them make meaningful decisions, the young of the country are often left to learn the lessons of life the hard way. Consequently, during this self-discovery period, majority would end up bearing the brunt of negative health outcomes as a result of early sexual debut, multiple sex partners, sexually transmitted diseases, and unplanned pregnancies, among other challenges. However, according to Gambo, who is also the director of an organization that advocates for behavior change among adolescents, such sessions that are not just limited to schools often pave way for discussions that ordinarily would be ignored by even parents or guardians due to culture or religious beliefs.
Elimu yenyewe kwanza imekuwa haipokelewi kwa uzuri, na sio kila shule ama sio kila community ambayo tunaenda huwa inapokea vizuri. Kwa sababu tunasema ukiangalia Mombasa ni sehemu ambayo imeonekana kuwa ni eneo ama tuseme ni sehemu ambayo tunasema ni Waislamu ndio wanaishi within Mombasa County. Na ukiangalia pia katika dini ya Kiislamu, baadhi yao, sio wote lakini baadhi yao wamekuwa pengine wakipiga vita vitu kama hivyo ama elimu kama hizi. So nile tu tunajaribu ile kuelimishana polepole, kuonyesha kuwa hatujaribu ku-advocate, sisi tunajaribu ku-advocate for behavior change. Na ni kitu ambacho tu-advocate ambayo itakuwa inajaribu kuleta manufaa kwa huu kijana. Kwa sababu leo yeshe hivi, lakini pia kesho tukiweka kitu fulani kwake inaweza kumsaidia kubuild pale kwenye popo yuko na kufikia malengo yake.
Some of us are raised by strict parents. Like you don't get time to talk to the parent. Yeah, like you want to talk to the parent, unakana unamongelesha she or he like anakujia juu, yeah, something like that. And another thing, I think the economic background for the homes, like unapata mtu kwa kuna shida, like for the girls mostly hana mtu wa to buy her the personal stuff, so anaenda she gets lured by the men, so she gets pregnancy. That's it.
Zile cases za kuwa pengine mwanafunzi amekuja kidato cha kwanza, kidato cha pili, pengine yuko na mimba, hizo tofauti hatuzioni, sababu tumewaelimisha kuambia kuwa kuna zile njia ambazo pengine mtoto mdogo anaweza zipata akapata mimba. Kwa hivyo zile njia tunawaelimisha na wanaepukana nazo. Kwa hivyo swala la kuwa mwanafunzi ashike ujauzito, hilo swala limepungua hapa shuleni.
Comprehensive sexuality education remains a thorny topic, and attempts to have it included in the country's school curriculum has over the years elicited mixed reaction among different stakeholders, including religious leaders who term it as a misleading topic that only exposes young people to more than they can consume, while at the same time awakening sexual curiosity among them. This has, however, created room for discussion on ways to package the information in a manner that empowers adolescents to be able to take charge of their health, while at the same time promote positive attitudes towards sexual and reproductive health among children. Mustafa Asman, the program officer at Kenya Muslim Youth Development Organization from Kilifi County, says the organization has developed a toolkit that packages the information in a way that is considered acceptable according to the Islam religion. Fusing this information with Islamic doctrines, he says, has been a silver bullet in helping the community understand the essence of age-appropriate comprehensive sexuality education.
Since 2018, the government was out loud and giving us a lot of statistics from the media on issues of teenage pregnancy. And half of the teenagers within the coastal region are sexually active, and majority of them would wish to delay their pregnancy but don't have access to issues of contraception. CSE is a savior, and at the same time, if interpreted correctly, but at the same time people tend to misperceive CSE as a foreign agenda that tries to instill values that are not ours in African region.
Sasa mimi nataka nipatie maoni yenu. Mpaka huko sawa?
This move, he says, has facilitated ease of dissemination of information on sexual and reproductive health, even in madrasas where Islamic religious studies are taught.
In Kenya and in Africa, at times we adapt things directly, and there is where the problem is. From the initial interpretation of CSE, nobody used to understand, because I also questioned once that how comprehensive is comprehensive. At what point do we say it is enough? Now this one is not comprehensive, until the time that we added age-appropriate comprehensive sexuality education. And it is from people's definition, a definition that other people have put in their heads. Immediately you hear the word sexuality, apart from interpreting it scientifically and what sexuality means from the human development or human anatomy, people misinterpret sexuality as literally sexuality, and that we are teaching people how to do sex, how to advance sex issues. But that is not true. Before this was agreed and goodwill and consensus was built among the Muslim community, we took more than 2 years trying to demystify CSE.
This madrasa, located in Magodoroni area in Mombasa County, is one such place where the county's youngest congregate to equip themselves with knowledge pertaining their health.
Habibi wa kujidunga atabeba huyu alevaa kanzu yake nyeupe hivi muone kama malaika.
Here they also discuss, identify and offer solutions to challenges that affect their reproductive health.
So kitu ambacho hufanya tukikusanyika hapa madrasa sana sana ni kupeana mafunzo ya kimaisha, ama kimombo tutasema ni life skills. So katika life skills kuna topics kadhaa waga tunazizungumzia. Kwanza ikiwa hiyo self awareness ama self esteem, kuna mambo na drug and substance abuse, kuna mambo na teenage pregnancy, so ziko nyingi. Tukiangalia katika session ambayo tumefanya, kuna mimba za mapema ndio ziko sana katika mtaa ambao niko. Kuna mambo na janga la mihadarati pia liko sana katika mtaa ambao niko. So tuongelee hizo kwa sababu tupate at least suluhisho ama pengine mapendekezo, ndio tuone jinsi gani tutaweza kusaidia vijana wenzetu pale nje ambao hawajaingia au wasiingie, na wale ambao wako ndani ya mihadarati at least wajaribu kujinasua na kwenda njia ambayo iko sawa.
These sessions, as explained by the moderator Rehema Chivatsi, are often open for parents to attend. This, she says, helps them understand the importance of discussions around the not so comfortable topics as considered by majority.
Pengine unaweza kumpata mzazi akwambia dini hairuhusu hivi na hivi na hivi, na ukipata jamii bado endelea kuharibika na bado ataka mafunzo. So wale ambao wanaridhia ndio tuenda na wao tuwafunza, wakitoka pale nje wakielimisha wale wengine ambao pengine wako pabaya ama pengine wako sawa. Utapata sasa mtoto pia anamconvince mzazi aje join session.
A toolkit dubbed Amina Ali plays a critical role in breaking down the information in this region.
The toolkit was developed by religious leaders as a task force. It was piloted by religious leaders and validated by parents and also adolescents. We implemented this document that is age appropriate. We are appreciating that every single stage of life, of actually the stages of adolescent would have its own specific characteristics and its own needs. So we've tried as much as possible to categorize the ages and the dosage that we give each particular age group.
Its implementation, he adds, also faced some hurdles before the community accepted its use to help fight the vices that bedevil their children.
Our first year was a complete failure, because anywhere we were going, we want to try this, nobody was willing to listen to us. Until we brought religious leaders together and we did 2 engagements that are very serious. We had a series of Muslim leaders trying to discuss what is this CSE. Does Islam allow CSE? What does our teaching say about CSE? What jurisprudence do we have to justify CSE? Again, we brought now religious leaders, Muslim religious leaders and Christian religious leaders and other religions to be able to converse with them. We borrowed a lot from the Catholic. Catholic have their own RICA toolkits that they use for their youths. So the discussion is what demystified CSE.
Only trained personnel are allowed to pass down the information to minors in order to avoid deviating from the approved information.
Our topic number one that when we meet with adolescents is understanding myself. And here in understanding myself, we've tried as much as possible to bring to address the issues of an adolescent in a holistic way. We'll find that we teach on self-awareness, on self-esteem. We also teach on assertiveness and decision-making. That we are covering under the first topic of knowing myself. When you go to growth and development, you'll see we are tackling issues of my culture, my values, attitudes and beliefs. And then we'll go in the whole aspect of human development. Then personal hygiene, and we also cover menstrual hygiene management.
Matters relationship are not also left out, as explained by Asman, who attributes cases of teen pregnancies in both counties to inadequate education on sexuality and family planning.
For long we've tried to assume or ignore that adolescents or teenagers don't indulge in relationships. But in reality, they are in a relationship. So for us, what we are taking advantage of the entire scenario, but we are capacity building them on healthy relationship. And in this particular topic, we cover interpersonal relationships, friendship, and also romantic relationships. Then topic number 4 is teenage pregnancy. So under teenage pregnancy, we have 2 subtopics under that particular topic. It is understanding teenage pregnancy and also the benefits of planned parenthood.
The 2 counties are leveraging on the toolkit to help reduce the burden of teen parenthood. The teachings, which began in 2016, they say, are yielding fruit, with the cases slowly dipping.
For 3 years now, we've reached over 78,332 adolescents. These are adolescents that we've reached through madrasas and others through secular education system. Now, why do we think that this CSE is important? Out of this category, a biggest percentage of these were females, and a significant number of these adolescents that we've reached, our beneficiary, were first-time teenagers' mothers, whom were either pregnant, they've given birth, and they lacked direction on information. And I'm happy to report that from our statistics that we have in our documents, over 75% of those adolescents that we are following have gone back to school.
According to the county government of Kilifi, it has cut back the number of teen pregnancies from a high of 31% to 14% among adolescents aged between 10 and 19 years within a period of 2 years. A 2021 report by the National Council for Population and Development, NCPD, indicates that Kilifi recorded 7,055 cases of teen pregnancies during that year, compared to 15,590 cases that were reported in 2020. The report further indicated that teen parenthood is multifaceted, with major drivers said to vary across counties, and that ending adolescent pregnancies requires a multi-sectoral approach.
We've seen a lot of adolescents whom were first-time mothers going back to school. We've seen a lot of rehabilitation of adolescents whom were sexually active, and now they are practicing secondary abstinence. So for us as an institution, CSE works.
The coastal region remains among the teenage pregnancies high-burden counties, with Kilifi and Mombasa recording 3,376 and 941 cases respectively between the month of January and May 2021. As the counties explore different strategies to ensure zero teen pregnancies, they can only hope that the adoption of the age-appropriate comprehensive sexuality education will help reduce cases of teen pregnancies not only in the coastal region but Kenya as a whole. Gloria Milimu, KTN News.